Hello, everybody. Today we will discuss a short summary of an American Brat. So, a novel written by Sidhwa, who is an Pakistani born novelist. The word brat means a person who behaves badly, especially a child who behaves badly. In simple word, we can say a spoiled child. So let's discuss a short and critical summary of an American brat. Some major characters in an American Brat. So the first major character in the novel is Cyrus Genevala, who is the husband of Zareen Genevala. Right? So Zareen and Cyrus then are husband and wife. The third major character here we have that is Feroza Genevala, who is the daughter of Zareen and Cyrus, and who is actually an American Brat, who is actually a spoiled child later on in the novel. And here we have one more major character that is Manik. Manik is the brother of Zareen Genevala and the uncle of Feroza Genevala. So when Feroza migrates to USA, to America, there she lives with her uncle Manik, right? So these are the four major characters in the novel An American Brat. So there are also more characters, but they are minor characters. So let's begin the summary of An American Brat. Feroza Genevala, a pampered, protected 16 years old Pakistani girl. So Feroza Genevala is a teenager. So if you are a teenager, this age is very, very sensitive. And if you are a girl, so this age becomes then even more sensitive. So she is sent to America by her parents. Why is she sent to America by her parents? Because of General Zia's fundamentalism. So who are alarmed by the fundamentalism overtaking Pakistan? So who are worried? The parents of Feroza Genevala are worried. Because of what? Because of Zia's fundamentalism in Pakistan. Right? So this was the end of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto era in Pakistan, and he was imprisoned. And the government was taken by General Ziaul Haq. So there is martial law in Pakistan, and Zia imposed some Islamic values or Islamic fundamentalism. So her parents and particularly mother, right, who was Zareen, she was very much worried about like the future of her daughter and influencing their daughter. What was influencing? Zia's fundamentalism was influencing their daughter. So hoping that a few months with her uncle, who was her uncle? That was Manik. Manik was the brother of Zareen Genevala and the uncle of Feroza. So she is sent to America and she will live there with her uncle Manik, who was the student at MIT, grad student. Will soften the girl's rigid thinking. So why is she sent? She's sent to America to make her thinking soften, right? Because she was very much rigid here in Pakistan. So they get more than they bargain for. So they got more than what they bargained for, because when she goes to America, Feroza, there she becomes even more liberal, right? And she becomes a spoiled child there, right? Because of American culture and because she adopts like a American way of life, or she becomes like an American one, right? And she adopt American culture there, right? So that bargain became like heavier for their parents. So Feroza, enthralled by American cultures and her new freedom, insist on staying there, right? So because she got freedom there, she got liberty there, now she wants to stay in America even longer, right? So that is, you see that when you are restricted in a culture and you go somewhere, and particularly to Western cultures, and you are fascinated with that culture. The same happens with Feroza Janiwala. When she goes to America, she's also fascinated by the culture, by the value, by particularly by the liberty, right, of American culture, and she becomes an American brat, right, a spoiled child there. A bargain is struck, allowing Feroza to attend college with the understanding that she will return home and marry well. So that was a kind of bargain. As a student in a small western town, Feroza finds her perception of America, her homeland, and herself beginning to alter. So everything now is getting changed, her perception changed, right? So whoever goes to America is fascinated with American culture, and he or she becomes Americanized. So in the same way that this girl, Feroza, who is just a teenager, right, in the age of 16, when she goes to America, so everything changes for her, right, when she look at, and particularly that she was sent, right, when she goes to America, so the travel will change her perception, right, but there in America, she becomes even more liberal, right, she gets more freedom, and it is this freedom which changes her perception about herself, right, and about her homeland. Now she doesn't take interest in Pakistani culture, right, or her own Parsi religion. Everything changes for her, right? So when she falls in love with the Jewish America, right, now you can see that there she falls with the Jewish American, right? In Pakistan, even that she couldn't tolerate that her mother should wear a kind of dress which is more liberal, right? So even she doesn't talk to her mother, right, Zareen, in front of other people, because her mother was liberal, right? She doesn't like it. But when she goes to America, then there she is involved with the Jewish American. So her family is aghast. Feroza realizes just how far she has come and wonders how much further she can go in a delightful, remarkably funny coming of age. So coming of age is very sensitive, right? And if you are a girl, then it becomes very, very sensitive. So novel that offers an acute portrayal of America is seen through the eyes of a perceptive young immigrant. So you see that this ad becomes more sensitive if you are an immigrant and you are a girl. Okay, you're a teenager and you are a girl and you are an immigrant and you're living in a kind of society where there are restrictions, right? So Zia's fundamentalism was already growing in Pakistan, right? So her parents were worried about this Zia's fundamentalisms and they wanted to send her to America, right? And she will be living there for some time with her uncle Malik. But everything changes for Feroza when she goes to America and she lives there for some times, right? Feroza Janiwala, the rebellious daughter of Cyrus, and Zareen moves to Colorado from Lahore to improve her lot, right? So she went there, where from Lahore to Colorado, and she wanted to improve her lot. Sidhwa here shows the protagonist Feroza adopting to an alien culture. What was an alien culture? The culture of America was an alien culture for Feroza. So her roommate Joe instruct her into American way of life. And this is the thing, okay, that she's very much fascinated with American way of life. Feroza becomes bold enough to shed her hesitation. Now she discovers that she has attained an independent personality and thinking. She no longer needs guardians and protectors. So that is okay, the charm of America. When you go to America, you will get their freedom, right? And you won't need any guardians and you won't need any protectors. So the same was happening with Feroza, right? Because she is enjoying there so much liberty, so much freedom. When Feroza goes to America, she intends to marry David Press, an American Jew, right? So her family at Lahore is disturbed as no one had in their family marriage outside the Parsi community. So, like the values and norms of Parsi community are very, very strict and restricted. No one yet married to anyone outside from Parsi community, right? And she was the one, Feroza was the one that who intends to marry a person who is Jew, right? Belong to Jewish community, right? So here Sidhwa's treatment of theme, subject and characters provide a valuable insight into the Parsi psyche. So that was a kind of psyche of the Parsi people. They do not let their children to marry outside of Parsi community. She also provides an ironic exposure of the Parsi attitude to interfaith marriages. So it is not allowed interfaith marriages where in Parsi community. So she mocks or she makes fun of Parsi community. Feroza's mother Zareen later realizes that her attitude towards interfaith marriage is no better than the mullahs of Pakistan. Because Pakistani mullah, they also do not want, okay, that nobody should marry outside of their community, right? Sidhwa also touches the problem of fundamentalism in Pakistani society, right? Because now in Pakistan, there was the ruling of General Ziaul Haq, a martial law dictator. She does not intend to criticize a community but its orthodoxy and outdated values. Who we're talking about? Babsi Sidhwa. So she employs irony to expose fundamentalism. She criticizes the mullah mentality that girl must not play hockey or sing or dance. So the way she is criticizing this mullah, where is that? Mullah psyche, right? That girl must not play hockey or sing or dance. The same way she is also criticizing the psyche of Parsi community that no one is allowed to marry outside of Parsi community, right? So the Parsi community is on brand of fundamentalism. So fundamentalism, she's talking both types of fundamentalism. Fundamentalism in Parsi community and fundamentalism in Islamic or community, or you can say that in Islam, right?